Alright guys, welcome to my monster review of Zeo. He is a Galactic Era Magic Denier. I got 2 slots unlocked, that's pretty nice. The most notable thing I will say about the books he's in is that he's in Crime Syndicate. And you don't see too many monsters in there, so on the rare shot that you gotta use a monster from there, maybe you'll use him. Or actually, the more important thing with him being in there, that means he's a part of Era Saga books, Crime Syndicate being one of them, that pops up a few times. So I always like a monster who you'll get to use in an Era Saga, but they've been releasing so many that almost every monster is usable in one or another, or they will be down the line. So let's get to it. Is he good or not? ZEO is a cold, ruthless monster who only cares about money. Anyone who stands between him and profits will be destroyed, unless they're more useful to Zeo alive. That being said, death might be preferable. Alright, so I bet this guy is one of those dudes with like long and cryptic lore. Just like what's his name? Alchemistic. His finisher kind of reflects all of his skills actually. Well, not exactly. Applies magic weakness to all enemies, deals heavy magic damage to all enemies, and then applies Bane. This is really good, right? You just apply the weakness, you do the damage, you give the dot, and theoretically they'll be destroyed. But this monster is not an attacker, so it is not going to be that deadly. And can I just say that baby ZEO is the most adorable thing ever? It's just the boss baby. Like a little kid in a tux with a cane. But all right, that's his finisher. I don't think it'll win you the battle actually, because like the magic weakness and Bane are things he does in his skill set normally. So I don't think it's very exclusive to the finisher. Like if you get his finisher, you're gonna be like, oh, here's Mega Stun. I couldn't do that in my skill set, so now it's gonna let me win. I don't think it's gonna be very consequential. So that being said, let's check out his trait. All right, so first we got immune to curse. Funny that he'd be immune to curse as it's a magic dot, and it kind of seems like he specializes in that. Um, all right, so curse is a pretty powerful dot, so it's a nice immunity to have. It'll take away, um, stamina and health by percentage, and it stacks really high to one of the most powerful dots in the game. It's really deadly, I guess. The thing is, he's a magic monster, and curse will always be magic. And it's not like you can disable his trait and he won't be a magic monster anymore. You can't disable being a magic monster. So being immune to a dot of your own element always gets me because it's like that's not even that good. But anyways, an immunity to one dot was never going to be very good. But I guess, a lot of the monsters who do use magic do magic weakness first, like Zarkane and Nishant the Great. So at least he has that going for him. Then we have Tough as a as the trait at rank 1. Honestly, that's not that bad. Tough is your umbrella status caster, but at 35%, so it's increased. Honestly, there's a good chance a lot of people are just going to miss with this. So I got to give it the thumbs up. Pretty good. And then rank 3, you have status caster Minor Blind. Shadownia has this too. So I can tell you firsthand, this should be useless, but it's really not. People don't do dodge area. They don't even do Mega Taunt or Taunt Dodge area anymore. They just throw on whatever team is the most powerful. They'll just do like Galvanus, Amania, who inconsequentially has dodge area. It'll be annoying when you miss, like then you have Minor Blind, and that's just enough for you to miss. A lot more than I would like to admit. I really hate being like debilitated by stuff like Minor Blind, but it works, so I'll give them that. Minor Blind plus Tough, maybe they miss, but in the end, it's going to be inconsequential because everything that they have at the start of the battle is going to get cleansed off one fancy way or another. Probably by Kiridar's horn. But that being said, let's feed this little guy up. Look, like I said, magic weakness. Let's feed this little guy up and see exactly what it is he can do. Looks like it's exactly what I thought he could do, though. Magic weakness and denial. Maybe or maybe not dots. I can't say that I was 100% on that assumption. But let's find out. I remember him being very lackluster. Like he was another, dud monster in a sea of dud monsters that season. So with that being said, let's go into his skill set. Alright, so business is business, the first move. Deals low magic damage to one enemy, applies magic weakness, alright, just a low weakness. 0 cooldown, it's spammable if you have the stamina. Then you've got Stubborn, deals low magic damage to one enemy, applies stun to one enemy. Okay, just a spammable stun. I'll keep that in mind. Also, I want to say I'm sorry if it sounds like I have a wisp. I do because I got a cut in my mouth, but I can't not make the content. Then we've got Unbalance the Market. Applies magic weakness twice. So let's say you were fighting against another one of you or anyone with like Bulwark or something and you wanted to apply that magic weakness, you would do this move. It's completely spammable. It applies it twice. So, no matter what they do, it's hopefully going to land. There's no immunities to magic weakness after all. That being said, I really do not think this is strong at all, right? Like, a spammable move has to be viable in any scenario. And maybe for what he does, just magic attacks with, Bane, maybe this is good, but just spamming magic weakness on all enemies just feels so bad. So I'm not going to recommend it. Then we've got Steady Growth, applies magic weakness, applies stun. It does no damage, so I'll keep note of that. Damage is something that you either love or hate in a Denier monster, and it, funnily enough, if you love it, then you probably made him an attacker, like Teddy Bomb attacker, Nautic attacker. There's attacker deniers for days. But yeah, so next up, it's Payday. Deals moderate magic damage to all enemies, applies stun to all enemies, so it's just your basic AoE stun. 38 stamina, 2-turn cooldown, not too steep, so you're gonna... I guarantee you he has another AoE stun, so I'm not too worried about this having 2-turn cooldown. Then we've got Sharp Eyes, deals moderate magic damage to one enemy, applies Bane. I really conflicted on this one, because you apply the magic weakness, right? And then, let's see, Bane to one. So he doesn't have any AoE Banes. So if you wanted to be able to, let's say you stun them all, or you stun someone with this move, and they have Bane on, and now you just have a bunch of other enemies, and you just want to apply a dot, this is your only other move with Bane, so maybe you run it just for that. But I think in the end, I'm going to prefer Steady Growth over it. Let's see. We've got Hold and Lose. Apply stun to one enemy and then to all enemies. Alright, so this is the dodge area bypass, right? Where if someone has dodge area, you do it to them. The stun to single lands on him, but then the AoE stun lands on everyone else. It's a pretty good move. And then applies magic weakness to all enemies, so I gotta say I like that. It does the magic weakness to all, although I think that's his biggest problem. He overdoes the same mechanic. 2 AoE stuns, so many AoE magic weaknesses. Like after you do the stun and the magic weakness and they're immune and they just have the magic weakness on, there's not much you can do. But then I guess that's why you need Banes, that he has the third thing to do, a dot to tear them apart, After all, the magic setup is setting up for that Bane to tear him apart. So, Stonks. Applies Bane to one enemy, deals moderate magic damage. Okay, 45 damage, you might get a kill out of that just because it's strong. And then applies stun. So this is the move you're going to do first. Like, let's say you see the monster that's the biggest threat, you do this, you stun them, you give them Bane, and then you go on your next turn, you're going to do the AoE and you give them weakness. So, I gotta say, not a good monster at all, but not the worst ever. I'm definitely never going to use him. But I think I'm going to use him in PvP for fun, alright? I can't help myself. So let's do it. ZEO, and I'm guessing his relics are going to be like double trap. Like, quote me on that. Here. Galactic. He's one of my few Galactics, but he definitely doesn't even make the list. Alright, I knew he was going to have a trap somewhere. I really hope that's supposed to be like a metaphor. I think I'm going to do Nishant for fun, to kind of simulate what it would be like if ZEO could go first, because Nishant has that status caster magic weakness. So it's basically like if ZEO had applied magic weakness, which is what you want, which I can't do because, obviously he's not fast enough. So that'll simulate it. Alright, and then there's not too many talents that do you any good. I'm going to do Autumn's Cross. And let's go. Whoa, hold on. Alright, I'll throw this on you. I'm not going to give you a good trap. I'm sorry. Alright, and let's do this. I want to check it out. Slumster. I'll do it. Oh, I don't even know what my defense team is for real right now. Alright, so showcasing Zarkane. Maybe. Alright, so there's a lot of magic on magic going on right now. I'm just going to turn transfer to you. Oh, you almost kill, but you don't quite. But then, okay, the dot killed. Without an attacker, I think it's over. Yeah, okay. Well, that's a loss on the first match. I don't know if I could have done anything better there. You know what? I think I'm just going to do Griffin. Alright, now let's go. And that was actually an easy base for the Legendary League. Although this is the lowest Legendary League, the second you get into Legendary League at all, people start taking themselves seriously again. So, this will be a good opportunity. So get rid of your immunity to stun. Cleanse here. I'll get rid of your harden just to be safe. Alright, I haven't run into any reflection relics yet. So cleanse, boom, you're no longer immune to torture. Hit you. Then we go to Zarkane, and when with them all opened up, what do I decide to do? And let's just say they didn't have magic weakness already. It would be perfect for him because he can just come in and then he does boom AoE stun plus boom AoE magic weakness, and then for your magic attacker, which ideally wouldn't be Nishant, it would be Amania, but I wanted to use Nishant because you know it's Nishant the Great. All right, then let's say I do Curse, and then oh look, here's a good example. Elvira's about to die because the dot is so powerful. I'm going to... Actually, I don't think I can. Yikes, I might die. Darn, you see? And that, in that case, he would have died if I had given her Bane. So, recharge. Oh, I have a Light Hater. Boom, look, like I said, you're just going to have that one opportunity. Boom, Bane, boom, stun. And now you've got them immobilized. So, I'm just going to finish you off. Magic Cuts. Disable your trait, turn transfer back. And then, oh, I would love that move because it tears K911 apart. So I'm just going to apply stun again. There's not too much I can do right here. Recharge. Weird that Elvira's immune to blind stayed because usually it just fades. He already has the natural elemental advantage against him because he's magic on metal. And as I said, trait elements are unremovable, at least for now. Oh, that'd be a scary day when they add like elemental removal. But yeah, just got that. Darn, I would have loved to keep that level 4. And yeah, this is where this team, like even if he was at rank 5, I feel like it would go no differently than it is right now. Like this is the most usability you're gonna get out of him. All right, so this is perfect. So trait disable. No, I had shock, didn't I? Oh, it's always the shock. I never know if people have shock or not because I just don't check because I don't consider it a threat. Darn Nature Beast. No, Thunder Beast. I really gotta stop underestimating it. I'm gonna kill you. Magic weakness lands. He's dead, no revival. And the Griffin gives me a little bit of sustainability, and I have anticipation. But I'm gonna die to the countdown no matter what I do. I'm just gonna go out with a little bit of a bang. Boom. It missed. I died. Alright, and yeah, this is kind of a good showcase of even against easy opponents, or like optimal setup, he's just a stun magic weakness denier. And he does a lot of stun and magic weakness without even throwing in the Bane. So it's really hard to get around. So trait disable, cleanse. I don't know why the Galvanus is so popular. Plus nature, no, poison is something that's really popular right now. So getting hit with it is gonna suck. So I'm gonna do this, because look at that. It applies Bane, so it's doing more damage over time. Alright, then I'm gonna apply Curse, but he just dies already, so I got it. And up, he revived. That is a problem. And kill. No. Kill. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna end the video there just to end it on a happy note. He's not an amazing monster. At the end of the day, he's not useless either. Maybe you run him as a team speed denier if you accidentally got him rank 3 because you're just that good. Like, because, maybe you only needed 2 monsters to beat it, but just for security, you add him as your 3rd monster. Just apply magic weakness, give Omnia an easier time. Maybe you land in the optimal stun setup, though still a ton of monsters are immune to stun. Or, no, I just lost to level 6. And yeah, his biggest problem for me is not having enough dots. That would have saved him for me if he even had Curse. But yeah, that's going to be it for my video on him. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like. It shows support to my entire channel. It helps me in the algorithm. It does a lot. So thank you all so much, and please consider it. Leave a comment, and I will respond. I'd always love to hear your thoughts and comments in the comments down below. Do you hate him? Do you love him? Do you think there's any usability to him? You tell me. I feel like my reviews of these monsters that are really bad get no views. And I can tell you that by checking the algorithm. So, yeah, leave a like button to support this video. And leave a comment. I'd love to hear it. Subscribe to join the Crab Army. We actually hit 222 subscribers. That is a massive milestone. Thank you all so much for that. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Hope you found this video helpful. And I hope you have a great day. Your favorite Omni-Crab, signing out.